time for baseball on MLB Network. We've got baseball on the 4th of July between the Boston Red Sox and the Washington Nationals. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Joe Ross gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Joe Ross. A lot of people know Joe Ross because of his brother Tyson Ross, who also is a pitcher. Joe Ross quality mix, 95 to 96 miles an hour. Good hard slider and a straight changeup. If he brings the goods, it could be a long night for the opposing team.
Now at the plate, Mookie Betts. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Defoe is there. Throw on to first in time, one away. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting average, and I tell you what, that does not bode well for the rest of the season. If you do not have professional at-bats up and down the lineup, or at least 6 to 7 guys, it is eventually going to catch up to you.
Now at the plate, Dustin Pedroia.
Come on now, let's get a K right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
Now the 2-1. Slow roller back to the mound. And that's the second out.
Batting third, shortstop.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now.
Come on, National.
First offering on its way. Missed with a slider. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One and 2 to the Boston shortstop.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Eduardo Rodriguez will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Stepping into the box, Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the first pitch to him. And the changeup is way low that time. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak out a couple wins, get on the plane and get out of here.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
Froze him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Let's go, Nationals.
2-2. Count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
In now is Adam Eaton. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little roller toward the hole. Moreland right there, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, right fielder.
And now Bryce Harper. First at-bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count to Bryce Harper. A swing and he pulls it down the line and deep, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Here's another 0-2. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. An inning in the books, no score on MLB Network. Striding forward now, J.D. Martinez, and the confidence might be wavering at the moment. Last 10 or so ball games have been a real struggle for him. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
No contact there, and it's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Hit hard but fouled toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. Let's spot shadow Bryce Harper, and why wouldn't we? He's only one of the best players in the game. He puts it on the line every night in the field and at the plate.
Next up for the Red Sox, Andrew Benintendi, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First offering on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. And he lays off for ball one. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Two and two now.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Here now the 2-2. Is a sharp slider taken low for a ball.
Well, that's a great take there right there on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
And he misses ball four.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with one out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Striding in for Boston, Mitch Moreland. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Here's a look over to first and a dive, but he's back in.
Let's go, DC.
Go. Benintendi's on the move. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And this is low, ball two. 2-1. No score here as we play inning number 2.
Hey.
2-2. Swung on but fouled off to the left. Ready with another 2-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Played on the backhand. And there's out number 2.
Batting 7, catcher.
Into the box, Blake Swihart. He's set, and the pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Benintendi stands at second with 2 gone. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. As he arrives at second without a play, as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
You think it's easy to be a pitcher at this level? Well, when the number 8 hitter takes you deep, you know there's no such thing as an easy out.
Into the box now, Eduardo Rodriguez. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. One and one to the Boston pitcher. Popped him up. And that'll get down for a base hit. And the inning kept alive now for Mookie Betts.
Hey, this has got to be a cool moment for the pitcher right here. He doesn't get an opportunity to work on the offensive side of the ball much. Barely takes BP throughout the course of the season. So what a nice job right there for him to get a big base hit in an interleague game.
Let's go Nationals!
Here's Mookie Betts as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game. Oh, and 1. Here it comes. Ground ball left side. He's got it on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Boston leads it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Daniel Murphy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Here we go.
No balls and 1 strike. Now here's the pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone. shot there for Daniel Murphy, number 14 on the season, and the Nationals are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Here's Matt Adams now.
Matt
As he
Adams.
swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. On the move is Martinez. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
So here's how the Bo Sox are positioning themselves defensively. And let me tell you about Mitch Moreland. We get it. Big, nasty, left-handed swinging first baseman. But if you were to rate the top defenders at that position, you wouldn't necessarily think of Mitch's name at the top. But I'm telling you what, he's exactly that. His buddies love the way he picks them out of the dirt.
Digging in the switch hitter, Bob Brazel. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a strike.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Here it comes. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Way outside. 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This inning didn't get started the way he'd hoped with that home run, but I've got to give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last 2 guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. That average coming in right at 300 on the nose. 6 home runs and 23 driven in. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
3-0 now. Wilmer Defoe would be next if they can keep this inning alive. 2 out, nobody on. Three and 1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Pedroia has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But the Nationals draw 1 back on the solo home run. We've played 2. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Nats 1. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network from Nationals Park in D.C. Set to go now in the 3rd. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian with you as former AL MVP Dustin Pedroia settles in to get the inning started. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope.
Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And it looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the third. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Let's go, DC.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit. And the run will score from second base as they open it up now 4-1.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Here's J.D. Martinez. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. Bogaerts rounds third and is digging for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead now by 4.
Well, you can't fault the center fielder's efforts there. He tried to track it down, but I don't think he had much of a chance to get there. His teammates will eventually help him out, but by that time, he's safely at third.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in, as he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. So far this season, with runners in scoring position, Benintendi brings in a batting average resting just under .320, and a look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
And there's one down now.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman.
There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Here comes the first pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. Here's the 0-1 from Ross. Line drive to left, and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Now batting, captain, Blake Swihart.
Striding in, Blake Swihart. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. First delivery to him on the way. Started that swing a bit too early. The 0-1 delivery. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. Harper is right there as he takes it for the second out.
Up next for the Red Sox, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Ready to take his hacks again, Rafael Devers, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
You know, that slider we just saw there is usually a much more effective pitch for him, but obviously today that just hasn't been the case. It's tough to be successful when your arsenal isn't at its best.
Moreland leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now it's 2-0.
This is the cat and mouse that I love right here. You take the pitcher deep last time up. Now you're 2-0 again. No way he gets a fastball right here.
Now the 2-0 home. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
See you, Nats.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Eduardo Rodriguez. A base hit in his first trip.
Shut him down now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Slider up that he gets a call on.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 2 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Nats 1. And here now is Wilmer Depot as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
That's wide, 2-0.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the 3rd.
As if things aren't tough enough here playing in this hostile environment, he walks the leadoff hitter, and oh yeah, he's a threat to run every time he gets on base. Not the way he wanted to start this outing.
Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Joe Ross. Here comes the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Now a snap move over to first, and the runner will get back standing. The 0-1 on its way, and they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trey Turner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
In now is Adam Eaton as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch looped out toward third. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
Right fielder number 34.
And now Bryce Harper, runner in scoring position with Sugan. First offering on its way. And the slider swung on and chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Oh, and 1 the count to Bryce Harper. Ball 1. Set and the 1-1 pitch. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
And the slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Turner at second with 2 down. Trying to send him packing for the second time. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Martinez is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 for the Nationals on the RBI double. We're through 3 in our nation's capital. Now a 6-2 ball game. Ready once again, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher. It's execution and location that has always been his bugaboo. And that's exactly what happened here. I know he's ahead 0-1, but he's finding the harder to plate way too often.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hard sinker misses. 2-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Here now the 2-2. Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out.
Now batting number 50.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Here comes the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Eaton is under it. 2 down.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Digging in once again, Xander Bogaerts singled home a run in his last time up.
Go get him.
First delivery to him on the way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. 6 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And that means J.D. Martinez gets to it with 2 outs as well. So a line drive single to left makes it 2 hits for him now this afternoon at the plate. And as you take a look at the graphic, you can see he's currently 3rd on the Red Sox in that department. Digging in to try it again, J.D. Martinez. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First offering on its way. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. 1 left for the Red Sox. They lead it 6-2. Here's Daniel Murphy now. He's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
The last at that, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Looking at strike two, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt getting popped.
Late on that one as it's foul off to the left side. The 0-2 once more. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here comes another 0-2. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. Misses. That's ball one. Count still at 1-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
A little bouncer. That's foul, so the battle will continue. He'll try again. 1-2. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
The 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Adams.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Adams. He flew out in his last at-bat. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. The 1-0 home is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone. It's a long solo homer there off the bat of Matt Adams. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and with that it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
Up next for Washington.
Standing in now, Bob Brazel. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Way in front of a great slider that time. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 is in there for strike one.
back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Drilled down the line. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
And here now is Wilmer Defoe as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. That's drawn just a bit closer thanks to the solo home run. We played 4. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Nationals 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Nationals, number 58, Jeremy Hellickson.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. First offering on its way. And this is knocked down on the mound. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Now batting, first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Come on, let's do it.
Here comes the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And he fouls this one off. And he takes a called strike 2. The 1-2. Is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
I think he's shown you right there. He was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be leery of that right there and take pull side away. That'll keep you on all stuff, fastballs and the off-speed.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. Slapped hard the opposite way. Brazil is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Into the box, Blake Swihart. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Benintendi, base runner at first with 1 out. 2-1 the count to Blake Swihart. Now the 2-1 pitch. Benintendi's on the move. And this one's in the dirt. Oh, and this is low, and it won't be dug out, so he picked the right pitch to run on there, and he's in at second base with a stolen bag. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Rafael Devers waits on deck.
Here we go, guys. Come on.
Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled away. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the changeup is way low that time.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Brazil giving chase. He can't get there as it falls in. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
Hey, there's a case of a jam sandwich right there. Not that bad of a pitch, but he's able to just be strong enough to loop that one into left field.
Dan, sometimes a jam sandwich tastes much better than a rocket right at somebody.
In now, Eduardo Rodriguez. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Six runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Hit on the ground to third. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Anthony Rendon will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Low for ball 1, and he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. A ball and a strike. Rendon, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Soft liner to the left side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the 9-hole hitter comes through with the base hit, and that brings up the top of the order now with nobody out.
The batter.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He's set. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0. Check to swing there and pops this one up. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
The center fielder, number 2.
In now is Adam Eaton. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Now the 0-1. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. The 1-1. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And he'll make it in easily at second, as I'd imagine that'll be scored a passed ball.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate pass ball, and you can bet the catcher is kicking himself about it right now. With the runner advancing to second, the double play is off the table. Might come back to haunt him.
The 2-1 home. And it's fouled away. Rendon leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
You can do it.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
And now Bryce Harper, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1. The 1-1 to 1-2 now.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Trying to come in with a fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Working for the punch out and the offering. He stays alive, still 2-2.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Check to swing there and pops this one up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit to first. Moreland's there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nationals leave one. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Joaquin Benoit takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 53, Joaquin Benoit.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. Here comes the first pitch. Sliders in for a strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Nope.
And that misses 1-1.
Hey, right here.
So 1-1. Strike 2 swinging. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he fouls this one off. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Waiting next is Dustin Pedroia. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting number 15, second baseman Dustin Pedroia.
Ready for another chance? Dustin Pedroia. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0.
Awfully frustrating for a pitcher. You make a close pitch like that just barely misses. Whew, that's a tough one to get back.
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
I got to count 2-2.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Brazil on the move, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Bogarts hits a little over the 270 mark. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Come on, Nats.
Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Bogarts is off at first with 2 away. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Red Sox lead 1. They still lead it 6-3. Daniel Murphy will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. Flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Pitch on the way. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Let's go, Nats.
Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Matt Adams. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Let's go, Nats.
This is line to left, but this will hang up just a bit as it's taken in chest high for a tough 2nd out.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Into the box now, Bob Brazel. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1. No hits to this point.
Let's go, Nats.
Now here's the pitch. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2. 2 out, nobody on. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Back here at Nationals Park, Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Nationals, number 36, Sammy Solis.
Riding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. A hit and 2 tries for him so far.
Andrew Benintendi.
First offering on its way. Just caught the inside corner with a sinker. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good, but he's been swinging the bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one bit.
The 0-2 home. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped him up. Defoe has room in foul territory, and that's going to land foul. Softly hit out towards short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Riding in for Boston, Mitch Moreland hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. First pitch of the at-bat. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Get ahead of the fastball. Give it to him again. Wait.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, what they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
Stepping in now, Blake Swihart. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0 delivery. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Count remains full. Pitch on the way. Hit high and deep to right center. Harper on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Red Sox go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Matt Barnes will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch.
Number
Christian
32.
Vasquez will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 7. Christian
Digging in and looking for more, Miguel Montero. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
And he just misses with a curveball. The 1-0. This is pulled into right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Into the box, Wilmer Defoe, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. The 1-0. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. Looking to drop one down, but he can't make contact. 1-2.
Get a hit. Come on.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And it's a full count to Defoe now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another full count pitch on its way. Swinging a soft liner down the line in right. Foul. Payoff pitch one more time. Lifted down the line in left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time. Work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field.
Howie Kendrick will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 12, Howie Kendrick.
In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Wow, 1 pitch ago he had only given up a single, but that wild pitch, that single essentially turns into a double. Those kind of things can absolutely kill you.
Ball and a strike. The 1-1 to the right side and through a base hit. Defoe rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as they now trail by only 2.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
Standing in now, Trey Turner, as he hits one on a line to left field, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
The center fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton. Your attention, please. Now
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Ready for another shot now, Adam Eaton. Lifetime numbers against Zach Duke. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Missed with a slider. And this is swung on and hit on the ground to Pedroia at second. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. 8th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Nationals 4. Sean Kelly will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year.
Sean Kelly.
Digging in, Rafael Devers. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Sharp ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, captain, Christian Vasquez.
At the plate, Christian Vasquez. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. Now to the plate, Mookie Betts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. One-0 count. Here it is. A called strike over the outside corner. Kelly stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He was a 13th round pick back in the draft of 2007.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. Gone. Two runs on the board after the home run by Mookie Betts. 19th home run for him on the season, and they double him up. It's 8-4.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Now batting number 15, second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here. Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Set to deliver the 0-1. Way in front of a great slider that time.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
0-2 home now to Bogaerts. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Eaton falls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. Here's J.D. Martinez. His past history with Sean Kelly. He's 0 for 5. First pitch of the at-bat, and a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Pedroia on third with 2 out.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Well, the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Red Sox 8 and the Nationals 4. And now Bryce Harper, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expected him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Here's a high pop-up. Moreland is calling for it. Makes the play. 1 away.
Now batting.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First offering on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. One out, nobody on. Even on 0-2, a dangerous count for Daniel Murphy.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Daniel Murphy goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Here's Matt Adams now. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
He's set, and the pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. Lifetime numbers against Zach Duke. He's just 1 for 6. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get me over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
The 1-2 misses. Ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. The 2-2 one more time. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. Trevor Gott enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Riding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here it comes. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The 1-0. Little dribbler down the line, but it's foul. Strike 1. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. The 1-2 misses for the second ball. Pulls this one high and deep to right center field, but it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard, and he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, as he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here.
The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside, or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
In for strike 2. Benintendi stands at second with no outs.
Here we go.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Harper, still going back. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as it's now a 6-run ball game. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Matty V, this is turning into home run derby part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of mislocations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
Changeup called strike 1. He'll check in here at 256. 4 home runs, 18 driven in. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Nunez is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. The 1-2. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. And they are able to get the out at first, but more importantly, let's hope he's okay on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern, but from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Rafael Devers the next to bat. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a breaking ball. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Ready for another chance? Christian Vasquez. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
Seriously?
Here's the 2-1 home. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Fly ball out to right field. Harper has a read on it, and the inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Nationals. It's the Red Sox 10 and the Nationals 4.
Craig Kimbrell enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ball 1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Kimbrel's ready. Here's the 1-0. Here's a strike. Kimbrel, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet, has been enjoying a great season, and the fans have noticed he's currently leading all American League closers in All-Star votes.
Yeah, Matty, not surprised this guy is on the top of the All-Star game voting, but you have to take a step back. This is being voted on by the fans, so I can't imagine how he feels to be voted in by his fans to start in the All-Star game right now.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Bogarts has it, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, catcher, Miguel.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
An even 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher. The 2-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the run is Benintendi. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And here now is Wilmer Defoe. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. He's got it, and the Red Sox have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
10-4 the final in this game. Boston took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Eduardo Rodriguez earns his 5th winner of the year. Joe Ross struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.